Now, during the opening of the game, basically everything you complete, a new shop opens up. I believe the special skill shop just opened up, so I did talk about this briefly, but let's take a look at it. So there's 3 different things here. Exchange Evility lets you sell them later to get some mana back. So skills. Everybody has different special skills they can learn. So mages, eventually I'm going to want them to learn something like Mega Fire, which is obviously more powerful than regular fire. But right now he doesn't have a lot of mana. He has 6. A lot of these guys have no mana. But our 2 storyline characters start off with a bit. And there's really no reason not to invest in all 3 of their opening powers, which cost 10. As you can see, the next one's going to cost 200. Basically, just to learn the shop, they want you to buy their opening powers. You could boost one if you, instead of wanting to have all 3 available to you, you just want one very powerful one. But I like having a range of things I can do. Now, abilities are basically special abilities that remain static. It's stuff like base defense is always plus 5%. You know, doesn't get poisoned very often. Nothing too exciting yet. You unlock better ones as the game goes on, I believe. And each character also has one to begin with. So if we take a look at status... Oh, is there any ability box? So yeah. Right now, he increases his attack by the number of defeated enemies times 5. I don't know how you calculate that. Increase recovery by 50% the number of adjacent units. Okay, so her healing is better when people are around. So everybody starts off with 1, which you... I don't know if you can switch out the ones that you start with, but then there's obviously a slot for when we earn enough mana to get some new ones. Now, very important to note about Disgaea 4, some people miss out on this, is that the attack stat is not the only stat that matters. In fact, some weapons, the attack stat doesn't matter at all. For instance, guns, I believe, only care about speed and agility are the 2, I don't even know if agility is one. No, it's speed and hit, I believe, for guns. So there's a little guy, a little zombie next to the weapon seller. Make sure you talk to him so you know exactly what stats you actually care about, depending on the weapon your character is proficient with. Now we know Valvatorez, he is proficient with swords, and each character has a type of weapon that they are proficient in. Let's see if there's a nice new sword we can get for Valvatorez. So we can hit the square button after we find one we like. Let's see. This has an attack of 22, and it costs a decent amount of money, but what the heck else am I going to buy? So try it, and if I equipped it there, I would get plus 19 attack. Sure, let's buy it and equip it. The other thing to note is the little names, if you can see them next to the weapon stats, things that say marksman, coach. What that is each item you can actually, it's a very weird mechanic, you can jump into the item. The item has its own dungeons within it, and that's what level you're going to encounter these basically defenders at. I don't know what you would call them, item world bosses. And when you defeat those bosses, the weapon actually gets stronger. So, like, for something like this, if you made it all the way down to level 4 and took out the gladiator there, congratulations, you know, you're going to have a much stronger nail bat than you had before. Again, there is so much stuff going on in this game, I don't know why I'm trying to explain any of it. Honestly, buy Disgaea 4, read the instruction manual front to back a couple times, and you still won't have any idea what you're doing, but you'll have a better idea than me trying to explain it to you in a YouTube video.